When Bruce Lee spoke of water, what was it he meant?
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
And where did the giants, or Nephilim, go?
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against invading monsters by a legacy of giant warriors. Today, there remains only one.
And these giant squid, where'd they come from? Being they have no recorded common ancestors. Also, the pyramids of Egypt, who built these? Where'd these come from? You know? And where'd the people that build them go? And there are other supernatural beings such as this. You know, where do they come from? Someone has to have seen it, or, you know, it's through ancestry. And the Aztecs and the Mayans, Olmecs, Toltecs, and all the other tribes, where'd they go? Did they have like a common thread or some type of thing that kept them together? These pyramids and ruins they all had, and you know, these different sacrifices and things that they would do. It's all a little strange in a sense. Where did it all come from? I wonder what made them do it. And all these Egyptian gods, you know, they come from somewhere. There's a common thread to all these different tribes and these different stories that they have. They all come from somewhere, but where? You have like Hindi and Buddhist gods and things like that. You know, these can't be just made up. There has to be some type of being or entity that gave this thought to these people, and to, you know, there's somewhere they come from, you know. And is the dark rift a crack in the firmament, a break through the other side, like Jim Morrison said, break on through to the other side? And when NASA talks about outer space, are they using wordplay? Do they mean out of our space into another space, not outer space? Did our ancestors and people from before know more than we did? Did they know that there was a firmament and separation? I don't know. It looks as if they may have. Do we have any proof that there's a separation or a firmament? We might.
Good evening, this is Frank Knight. May I introduce our co-editors for this edition of the Longines Chronoscope? Larry Lasser, CBS News correspondent, and Kenneth Crawford, National Affairs Editor of Newsweek magazine. Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
The North Pole used to be a no man's land, but these are the days when, by buying a ticket on a commercial airliner, you can fly across the North Pole and drink a cocktail at the same time. You know, only 60 or more years ago, about 35 years ago, our guest tonight found out whether there was any land north of the North American continent. He made that first discovery flight, and I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. and I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
job.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
Did Admiral Byrd find the opening, the break in the firmament to the other continents? Is the door open? Was the door open? Is it closed? So there's a 54 nation treaty, probably more nations that are involved in the Antarctic Ice Treaty, which keeps the public out of Antarctica. The only way you can tour Antarctica is through tourism. Has the door been closed to find the other continents? We'll never know. But the Antarctic Treaty looks like it's a little different. You know, you have all these military and scientific outfits out there locking it down, keeping the public out. No public. The door was open, and I think now it's about to be shut.